everything that happens is because of your decisions and no one else's,
Mhm.
it changes everything.
It does,
It
it
changes.
does.
That's what's been going on with me. I'm slowly but surely feeling the confidence of letting the credit union go. I'm stoked for these 2 weeks that I had. It's like waking up on my time, waking up to do what needs to be done, which I do this anyway, which
Yeah,
is the preparation of myself. But knowing that I don't have to be on somebody else's time to clock in or anything like that is so rewarding. And to be able to create content that I love creating, and I know that it is meant for at least somebody that's out there to feel this information and share it with them. It's just pretty cool.
it
I
is, it
enjoy my
is.
yeah.
Okay, so, we are recording now, so welcome to my podcast, where courage meets conviction and calm meets storm. Here we arm ourselves with faith and fight our battles with grace. Join me. I'm I don't really know how many times I'll do this podcast, but I'll go as far as I can. But as we delve into powerful stories, life changing insights, and spiritual warfare strategies that empower you to live victoriously, whether you are seeking peace in chaos or strength in struggle, this is your rally point. Gear up. I am stuttering here. Blah, blah, blah. Gear up, gather your spirit, and step into the arena with us. It's time to unleash the warrior of peace within you. Let's begin this journey with Miss Remedy the Music. So,
Thank you so much, Peaceful.
thank you for being here. I have waited so long to interview you. You are worth the wait.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. I appreciate you.
So, a brief introduction and background. How did we meet?
Uh, I want to say we had met through Furrow, and it was one of your streams that I went into. And I want to say you were doing Dying Light or days, 7 days or something. And you was this guy character, and it was like zombies everywhere. And I'm
Yeah.
like, woman is good. I like her. And you didn't have your camera on at the time. So I was so intrigued when you was sharing with the community that okay, I'm gonna do a reveal. And I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be good.
Here we go.
This
Here
is
we go.
gonna be yeah. But yeah, we met through a mutual friend, Furrow Zucks, and been my lifelong queen ever since then. But
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
it's been a
yes.
great journey. I want to say maybe 3 years.
Yeah,
It might be
it's been
longer.
about 3 years now. Going on 4?
Hmm.
Heck yeah. So, please tell me a little bit about yourself and your journey of where you are today.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so everyone knows me as Remedy the Music. My birth name is Lynette, and I'm from. It's not even small because you can't compare Chicago being small at all. But I'm from the South Side of Chicago, Illinois, and in my adulthood, I was able to move from the South Side and into the East part, Lakeshore Drive, and I found myself pregnant and excited to bring my son into this world. And then from there, I gave birth to my daughter. And in 2005, we decided to move from Chicago, where we reside here now in North Carolina, and been here ever since then. It's just been a beautiful journey. I was once married, happily divorced. Um, and during that process of my divorce, I refound my love for music. And that's where the name come from, Remedy the Music. Music literally saved my life when I went through a devastating divorce.
Very nice. Can you
Um,
explain that?
yeah. Yeah. So um, when I was in the mindset of depression because it was like at first I was angry that how dare, even though we were separated, we still were intimate together. At least I was under the impression we were going to reconcile. And I found that he was having an intimate relationship with someone else. And so my integrity for my values, my boundaries is definitely not intertwining other spiritual souls. Because when we are sexually involved with someone, we're connecting the spirits together.
Exactly.
And when my husband decided to connect his spirit with someone else, I was like, no, this is not going to work. So I got angry.
Yeah.
I was very upset.
Understandable.
Um, from that anger, it led to um, depression. I was so depressed. I blame myself, right? I was thinking, well, if you would have maybe did more to change yourself to be more of a pleaser for him, then maybe he would have stayed with you. And it was just like I started to just go into this downward spiral. And again, I mentioned I have two kids, right? And during our marriage, my husband had two kids from his first marriage. So we got four kids, and the two oldest kids are his, but they no longer lived in the household with me. So my two younger kids were seeing me go through this downward spiral. And then from depression, I went on YouTube. I found Dr. Miles Monroe. He was a very spiritual man. I was saddened when I learned that he had passed away because I was like, you know what? I'm going to meet this man and tell him he's changing my life. Like, I want to meet him. And I ended up regaining my faith back into God because I was, I am a spiritual person,
Mhm.
but I had resented God
Yeah.
because I felt like before my marriage went into a downward spiral, my grandmother had passed away, and she was the person that I felt was my connection to God. Like, if
Yeah,
I
yeah.
felt a disconnect, I needed to talk to her. And it didn't even have to be a conversation about God. It was just I needed to hear her voice. That way, it gave me that present, that connection to God. So I had her as my anchor.
Mhm.
And when she died, I resented God. I told God, how dare you take her away from me without asking me?
Oh, I feel
Like,
that.
why would you do that to me?
Exactly.
And he answered. He said I was ready. I was strong enough
He had to
than what I
make
thought I
you
was.
ready, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I saw that. And so Dr. Miles Monroe helped me get that connection again. And I saw that connection, and I ended up starting to grieve for my marriage because really I had to. It was like I lost him even though he wasn't physically deceased. I lost him spiritually. Our connection was disconnected. So I had to grieve and forgive him at the very end of it all. I
Yeah.
had to forgive him. And during that forgiving process, music started coming. I ended up getting Adele's CD, and it was number 25.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
And her song on there was called Remedy. What?
Girl.
Are you giving me something here, universe? Really?
Mhm.
And listening to that song, and I envision myself actually being in a church singing that song to my kids, letting them know that I am the remedy. And although it's not me physically,
Yeah.
but their their inner being, because I believe we are all God in our own right. Right?
Yes.
We control our lives. We are able to manifest things. We are creators of our own reality. And the only way to do that is for you to believe that you can do those things. And so I want my kids to realize that they are creators as well and that they can do anything as long as you believe. You having support is great. It's true support like you, like Furrow,
Yes, yes.
people that comes to the stream and support you. Having that support is wonderful, but you also have to be able to, which for me, have that own same support for myself. So that way, any overflow can spill out to my friends and to my family. And I'm not being depleted because I'm
Yes.
giving you my last, you know?
Yes,
So
exactly.
music actually helped me in the healing process of my divorce. And I am so grateful for the music, the lyrics. And now I have even shifted from listening to lyrics to just the instrumental. And I play even today. Um, a artist, his name is Malcolm Horn. He plays on Twitch as well, and he is Music Man 1017. And there's a synchronicity with 1017 for me. 1017 is the date, October 17th of 2022, is the date that I became a certified elite mentorship trainer to help other people in their personal development journey. So I am certified to train individuals that in the program that I have gone through that helped transform my life on that date. And here I am listening to this man, going to his channel, and he has 1017 in it, and he does music, and his music is copyright free for all creators to use. I was like, what? Are you serious? He plays Minecraft, a very great, humble man. I tell you what, I would love to meet him as well too. And so I play his music all the time here in my home, and I just find myself just swaying to the music because my soul loves it, and I it just keeps my energy high, and I'm just so blessed to have the ability to experience music in the way I do.
Yes, yes. I love how music makes you flow to the beat. I like
Yeah,
music that you can actually feel, not music that's just making me angrier.
yeah. I feel at times when an artist goes through an event and they have the courage to create music that in their own right is their feeling, their emotion, but they want to share it because there might be someone else that's going through the same thing and they want you to know that, hey, you're not alone in this. And that's that inspiration that gives that person that's listening to it, like, yeah, I can connect with you. I relate to you. It's all about connection for me.
It is, it is.
That's why the the stream that I had was titled Create, Share, Inspire. Creating an environment that is founded on love, safety, and fun. I love having fun. I love being excited about things. I love having the feeling of satisfaction. But what is that if I don't share it? Like it's just me having this fun and this joy and this satisfaction. If I share it, then I get even more excited. I have that more, I'm able to have more love and joy come back to my life because I'm giving it out to other people. And then that's inspiring them to even do the same thing. Like, hey, I saw this wonderful girl, Remedy the Music, and she was doing Taurus activations and all this. And like, she's pretty cool. Like, I like her. I can relate to her.
Exactly. That's
So
why I started relating to you in the first place.
I know, right? Exactly. I was like, ah. And so just the whole concept of the interest in literacy. I love financial literacy. I would say I'm becoming an investor. I'm not like somebody that can give you advice, but I'm testing it out for myself to see how I'm doing.
You
Then
testing
I'll be willing.
Yeah, you testing the waters.
Yeah, I'm testing the waters. Then I'll be happy to share what I've learned and
Yeah.
then inspire other people to become investors. So financial literacy is definitely one of my interests. Personal development, self-improvement, mm, mindfulness, having knowing either my heart is speaking or my mind is speaking because sometimes they can be two different things going on in this body here, but
Exactly.
when I can align myself, my heart and my mind, like possibilities is endless. Like I have such a great, if I may share this experience,
Share
um
away.
like 3 weeks ago I was reading a book called Reflection, and my mentor, his name is Nick Bell, but he goes by the spiritual name of Eskew Nick. And I'm reading Reflection in this Reflection number 2. So instead of chapters, he called them Reflection 2. And it's about pondering questions. And I'm going over these questions And I'm literally, as I'm reading them in silence, I'm allowing my inner body to respond to them, my consciousness to answer those questions, because only my subconscious, only my conscious body knows the exact answer. My brain think it knows, but my being really knows. So I'm getting these responses, these answers to the question. I'm kind of surprised. And I literally separated myself to see like how am I reacting? And I'm shocked. Like, okay. And it goes into talking about being limitless and how would that feel? And I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking, how would being limitless feel? I felt so empowered. It's like I could do anything. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm limitless. I said that out loud, actually. That was my reaction. Fuck yeah, limitless. And so as I finished the reflection, and it's very short pages, like maybe 2 pages, I go out and I begin my work at the credit union. I'm so blessed to work from home. And I have this break and I share with my daughter, Tanaya, my limitless experience. And so she's like, wow, that's pretty cool, Mom. I'm glad that you feel that way. And so during my lunch break, she comes into the office and she says, can I talk to you for a moment? I'm like, yeah. And so she shares with me about her desire of getting her Jeep. She's always wanted a Jeep, a yellow Jeep. And she says, a friend had told me about our Amazon employee benefits. And she was like, it is phenomenal. And so she was like, I ended up finding these 3 Jeeps. Surprisingly enough, without her even trying, she found a yellow Jeep and it was right here where we live. Like, what? Like,
What?
really? Like
Yeah.
it's not like you have to go 100 miles or is out of the state or stuff like it was like literally in our neighborhood. So, long story short, she ends up feeling like, okay, the guy that she went to the dealership and I told her, drive the car. I was like, you're letting the universe know this is what I want. I feel this car. It makes me feel this way. It excites me. And so she goes to the dealership. The guy says, well, um, you may only be able to get a loan for 15,000 and you might need a cosigner. And so she's like, oh, okay. And I already geared her up to let her know, hey, if you need a cosigner, I know you're good for it. I will cosign for you.
Yeah.
So anyway, she calls me and she's like, well, I'm on my way to the credit union. He says that I may only get approved for 15,000. The car, mind you, is like 18,000. I'm like, well, Um, he doesn't know. I was like, so go to the credit union. You may be surprised. They may give you $25,000. We don't know. He's just making an assumption. And I was like, and if it is going to work, then that's okay. I was like, if it doesn't work, that's fine. Remember, all we're doing is inquiring. We're not really going full out. She was like, yeah, that's true. That's true, Mom. We're just inquiring. So her inquiry came up to be $20,000 for a loan approval without a cosigner.
Ooh, girl.
I was like, oh my gosh. So the yellow Jeep wasn't quite the feel for her. So she went to one of the other 3 cars, still within the area, not too far. And she comes home, and this all happened like on a Tuesday. She comes home and she's like, yeah, it was good. She was like, I enjoyed having the options to know that I can afford the car. And I was like, well, that's good, baby. And for me, in my limitless being, I was having so many interactions with people. And I tell you, with me stepping out of my body, I was doing so much work, but it didn't feel like it. It felt fluid, it felt effortless. Like I didn't feel overwhelmed, I didn't feel any type of disruption. I felt present in the moment. And every interaction that I had with someone and every task that I was doing, I was focused. And that is what that limitless feeling, that fuck yeah, I'm limitless, had
Yeah.
gave me that whole day. That whole day, it was just nothing but being limitless. That's basically what it was. And so I wake up, here we are on Wednesday, and I'm back at work with the credit union. I'm still feeling good. And my daughter comes in. She says, Mom, I said, yeah, babe. She says, I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy the Jeep. She was like, you encouraged me to go all this way. Why stop now? I was like, okay, ahead. My baby came home in her brand new Jeep. I was
Girl, that is
so proud of her.
amazing. So proud of
So
her.
proud of her. Oh my word. Like, and before all that, when we was talking on that Tuesday, I was sharing how when I got my first car, it was a 95. Uh, it was tan. Let's see. It was a celebrity. And I used to, when I got an alarm for it, but I would still look out the window. And then also I had the boot. Remember when you had
Oh,
the
yeah,
steering
yeah.
wheel?
Oh,
I
yeah.
had that on that too.
Yeah.
Alarm and a boot.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
uh, so I I would still look outside because I couldn't believe it that I had got my first car. And I was sharing that with her. I was like, just imagine, babe, your Jeep is outside. I was like, you can look out there. And she was like, Mom, I just thought about it. She was like, because her current car that she has doesn't have an alarm feature with it. She was like, I'll just go. I was like, how about just press it as long as you want? She was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so funny. I was like, yeah. I was like, just imagine, just feel that energy and let the universe know that this is what I want. It's either this or something better. And her pulling up in her Jeep, and I'm able to see it in my from my workroom. And I go to the window because I heard this, and it didn't sound like mine's. And I go out there, I'm on the window on the glass, like, you got it! Oh
You got
my God,
it.
I
Yes.
yeah, it was such a great time, such a great time, and we're still enjoying the car. And the thing is about that, when you're the person that is manifesting this event for yourself and you're able to share it with somebody, man, I was able to sit in the car next to her and I told her, I said, I'm proud of you. I was like, I know I told you I'm proud of you. I said, but I want you to know that you did this and you didn't need my help. I was like, I'm so fucking proud of you.
Yes,
And so
yes.
she was like, Mom, she was like, you were the reason for it. She was like, you motivated me. She was like, I wouldn't have done it without you. So that's that interchanging, that creation, that sharing, that inspiration. And
Mhm.
mm,
Helping
yeah.
somebody else is just a feeling that you just can't describe.
Thank you. Yes, exactly.
So I was kind of going through the whole I don't want to create anymore. I don't want to be seen anymore. I just want to disappear. So
Mm,
I disappeared. If you didn't notice, I was no
yeah.
more Twitch, no more anything. I deleted all of my YouTube.
I saw the recreation. I was actually watching from another channel, so I didn't want to comment or like because then you'd be like, "Who the hell is True Fulfillment?" So I had to go switch my name so it could say Remedy the Music, and then I was going to comment and even because they were unpublished,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
well, not really unpublished, they were unlisted. So
Yeah.
I was like, ah, but I love it. I
Oh my
love
god. So I got so wrapped up in creating everything that I ruined everything for myself. I lost the sight of playing games. I thought I had to record every second of my life. I thought I had to record my gardening, my cooking. I was losing time with my kids, my husband. So I just disappeared. And I thought,
Mhm.
hmm. So I stayed silent for a little while and I had some friends come and find me and they wanted to know how I was doing. I'm like, you know what? I just don't want to be seen anymore. I would just rather, like you said, have my fun and just be silent about it, not share it with anybody. Because
Yeah.
people ruin everything, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So,
If you
sometimes.
allow them
Yeah,
to.
if you allow them to ruin it, they will. They'll just shoot you out of the air. So I had all these videos and I had all these ideas, but I couldn't catch one that really worked for me. So I stepped back and I was like, what am I passionate about? Well, I want to know more about God. I want to know all the lies that I was told. I want to find the truth. So I was like, okay, how could I use this to help others? So here we go. My channel starts over on YouTube and it's going to be nothing but Bible. And I'm going to tell you the things you don't want to know, the things you don't want to hear, the things you need to hear. And maybe it'll help someone save their life one day.
Yeah. I totally agree.
So
What you're
helping
doing now is definitely going to save someone in the future.
same,
We just
same.
don't know it.
Same what you're doing. You're helping others. And I think that's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to be selfish and just keep everything for ourselves. It's share things that actually help people, not hinder people.
Yeah, we're all connected.
Yeah.
All, I definitely feel that this concept is so true. We want to be seen, heard, and understood. And when we can add value in whatever we do that wraps around those three elements of being
Mm-hmm.
seen, heard, and
Mm-hmm.
understood, like the universe is going to give you more of the abundance that you thought you had. You're going to have so much more. And you're going to be like, whoa, this is what my life, this is what fulfillment is.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 3 questions left. One
Okay.
is, what are your beliefs?
My beliefs. I believe that I'm a spiritual being that chose this body to experience life. And when I can wake up every new day, it's a new experience for me. My belief is spirituality.
Nice. So, what are here are some faith challenges. When faced with doubt or criticism, how do you stay true to your belief? What steps do you take to strengthen your trust in God?
To strengthen my trust in God is to know that I am full stop. That's it. I am. Once
Exactly.
I can say that I am, I'm the one that's creating this life for me, no one else. I cannot control anything but what I can only control that's within my control because the universe will operate with or without me being here.
Exactly.
So when I can come to the realization that, okay, Lynette, let's take a step back. Let's read something that is inspiring. Let's hear something, music, someone else that's inspiring. Let's surround ourselves with people that will inspire and uplift you and be honest.
Yes.
Be
Yes. Yes.
honest
Yes.
to seek someone that you trust to let them know, hey, I'm not having a good day. I had that experience several times in my life, even when I'm letting everybody know, oh, I'm good, life is great.
Yeah.
And Friday gets here, and here I am talking with my buddy Otis. He's the gentleman that had went with me along this personal development journey. You're actually buddied up when you go through the program with someone else, and it could be someone from out of this country. It could be someone in the same state. It's all over the world. It's a huge global consciousness uprising, and Otis and I have been buddies ever since we kept our Friday call at 6:30. And that particular Friday, I just said, "Man, I'm a little bummed today." He said, "You know what? I know exactly what you need." He turned on music. We just watched music and had laughs on Instagram. And he knew it. That's all I needed. I needed to laugh. Sometimes that's the one thing too,
Mm-hmm.
is that when I do feel myself in a funk, I grab Netflix and I get me a comedy and I just laugh. I will laugh
Laughter.
until my
Laughter
yes,
keeps the evil
laughter.
away. I swear.
It does. It does. So that gets me back connected to God, to me, when I can do those things. So
Yes.
hopefully I answered your question.
Yes, you did. You answered it beautifully. So,
Thank you.
current and future projects. What are you currently working on, and what do we expect from you in the future?
Ah, current project. So I'm an entrepreneur and a philanthropist. I have a nonprofit that I started, Fulfill Within Foundation. We help young adults who are emancipated from the foster care system, and they have found themselves either homeless or at risk of being homeless. And I talked about off camera or off recording that I'm waiting for a lender to help us get our first transitional home because the aspect of this home is to not only house them temporarily as a shared room situation, We want to also help them mentally, physically, and emotionally. So we're going to give them programs to help them with their mental mindset. We're going to help them with their credit score. We're going to help them with their education if they want to go back to school, because there are grants out there, and um, m- so it's called Medicare for them. Not Medicare, Medicaid. Yeah, it is Medicare, Medicaid.
Yeah.
They have Medicaid service, and their Medicaid service is up to 26. They don't know. So some of these young adults are sitting here with illnesses that is untreated because they don't realize that they get this free service until the age of 26.
Yeah.
So we're helping educate these young adults and helping them get their health back together. So it's just a full circle, an all-inclusive service that we're providing them. And then once they go through our program, which is 6 months, we're going to help them look for housing. So we're looking to partner with landlords that are willing to have a section that is only designated for our young adults and that they can rent from them. Or if they are interested in purchasing a home, then we will help them find a home. So yeah, and we're doing it from the age of 18 to 26. Some programs is 18 to 21. So our window is pretty mass, and we're looking to serve as many North Carolinians as we can that are from the foster care system. So the next project that I'm currently working on is my voiceover.
Hmm.
I actually just had a job proposal to come up with a recording.
Ooh.
So that's something that's coming in the works. I have with my voiceover, Lynette Wortham voiceover, I am going to be recording some meditation. I've been told that my voice is pretty soothing and people will like to hear me do meditations. I'm
It
like, really?
is. It is. I love your voice. Your laugh has had me hooked for 3 years now.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So that's one of the projects. And then my personal development, True Fulfillment. True Fulfillment is getting off the ground right now. I am going to start marketing my service for personal development, but I want to actually get people exposed to what I do. So I'm going to be creating free content for people to come and have like this interaction. It may not be recorded live with those particular free interactions, but the recording will be out there for whoever wants to see it. And then I will invite them for live 2 days of the program with me and other community members who are interested in the sacred geometry, quantum activation, as well as guided meditations. Because, man, I tell you, just starting my day being grateful, telling the universe, thank you, God, thank you, higher self, thank you, spirit guides, and then going into getting myself aligned, that it just makes my day go by so seamlessly. And then I have future clients with my True Fulfillment credit repair business. So it's pretty good. I'm so excited to have this income to flow in to my life where the credit union will be in the past. Now I'm
Yes.
grateful for the 14 years that I've been with the credit union because it has helped me fund my businesses until I can get the customers that sees the process and sees my value. So I'm just grateful for the whole journey. So yeah, that's my current and future. Is you have more Remedy the Music on Twitch, sharing some of my quantum activations and guided meditations. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening.
Girl, let's go. I love to hear your progress. You are a very busy woman, and I hope all of your businesses succeed.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You are truly a godsend, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me. It's been such an honor, Peaceful. I love you to pieces, and you're just the queen that you are. So thank you for
Same
allowing me
to
this
you.
platform.
Same to you. Thank you for being here, and take care of yourself, and I will speak to you again soon.
Love you.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.